Good afternoon. This is Ken at Tortoise Capital. It's July 17th, 2019, day 3 of the workshop. And I'm going to do a rapid review of the morning and lunch session. Big black boxes are moments of regret and objects of further study where I should have been able to find and then take trades but didn't, or did them poorly. And then we'll see the actual trades for green dots for entries, red dots for exits, or long and short. So we'll just go through the regular stack. So Alcoa, I should be able to get this move. That's a 60-cent move with a sell-off into an L, crossing the VWAP and an extension. Nothing in Apple. Boeing, that should have been a hybrid frog. Sideways quiet channel and Caterpillar, astronomically quiet. So cut doesn't trade much intraday, but that's a good swing. That's the timber ETF. Chevron probably offered a hybrid frog breakdown and an owl. DIA tried long, micro short, excuse me. Um, then into an owl, 2 scoops, good cash. Just missed the hybrid frog and follow through in Disney. Uh, Short on Devon Energy and then inattention to detail. Bad management caused it to scratch. It's a span of control issue. And then missed the recovery. This was a long end that we scratch in Mexico. Again, span of control. This was Brazil. Late to the game, there's a clear owl here. This was should have been an emerging dragon right about here. Finally, just broke down and bought it. In this yellow box, I was looking to either add a second position at the top of the RL top of the yellow wrist box. Was going to add another position if it broke above the RL90, which is new high of the day, and no resistance overhead. At this moment, I had tightened up the stop to the PSAR and no lose plus dinner for 2 on the original position. Um, Bad management here. I should have been able to detect this breakout and then cashed here inside the RLXD, but basically just took the no lose plus dinner for 2 and then missed the sell off. General Electric, just a horrible miss on a hybrid frog and follow throughs. Should have had something there. Gold, we played with Wheaton Precious Metals, so we got this move. Coming back to Goldman, finance was a big mover today. The sector was smoother and tradable. Latin America, just how bad can I be? Missed the owl short, missed the owl long with a second leg up, missed the sideways quiet channel, missed the Z3P breakdown, and then the pocket feeling pretty bad. Missed Intel breakout to the upside across the VWAP, so an owl and then a pocket and Z3 pinch breakout with a clear exit on the far side, a nice orderly sell off, and then a re entry in the pocket. IWM, hybrid frog short, second position, good cover, stop and reverse long, micro loss. Good collapsing dragon short, second position, great cover, stop and reverse owl, second position long, great exit, missed the follow through, tried to get long, immediately scratched, set up a tight Z3P. Oh, I'm sorry, that was not long. This was a decision box on the breakout, and then it refined into here. So we actually got short here, covered, long, covered, and then missed this follow through here as volatility was tightening up. But that was a very good sequence in IWM. Um, U.S. real estate missed the hybrid frog short and subsequent follow throughs. This should have been about 3R in an orderly frog champion. Just a bad miss. Ugh. JP Morgan, sell off to an owl and crossing the VWAP symmetrically. Very clear exit. Just terrible. Coke, we had looked at the Z3 pinch breakout, but span of control issue, missed that. Very good short in Lilly. Single position and covered. That's the first time I traded that one. That came out of the spring report. So I'm happier than a dead pig in the sun on that one. Missed a clear hybrid frog short in McDonald's and an owl recovery. Marijuana, that's for the young people in the workshop. A running joke. 3M, that would have been hard. Merck managed to get short and scratch, then missed the collapsing dragon, missed the owl, missed the pockets, missed the Z3 pinch breakdown in Microsoft. Ugh. Special case. Probably. Since I'm feeling bad, I'll feel bad about Nike. That would have been hard to catch. Pfizer. There's got to be something in here at lunchtime where I have a Z3 pinch and then miss those breakdowns. Got to do. Those are opportunities. Procter, nothing today. Qs were tough. Raytheon, this long Z3 pinch, and then put me to sleep, and I missed the Z3 pinch breakout. Just want to notice how important that reversion back to the VWAP is. The least surprising move of all. Schlumberger missed the hybrid frog and then a pocket short again as the entire energy sector melted down. Silver, we got through the Wheaton precious metals. On semiconductors, we've been looking at that for Intel and AMD and tech in general. Just want you to notice the important checkpoints here of the 200, and it rises to meet the VWAP, and then this intersection of the VWAP, the 200, the dragon, and an owl. And yes, I missed that. And then the reversion back to the 200 in the VWAP. So when these things work and then they start stalling and collapse, you don't want to stick around. But that's so 3 important islands, almost looking like a little frog hopping from island to island. SPG came out of the spring report. I tried long, scratch, or got the execution loss 2 bars later. Managed to get the collapsing dragon all the way down into this orderly move. I think I now like Simon Property Group and will be studying that carefully. With better practice, I could be making a pocket addition here and a pocket addition. That should have been 3 positions into an orderly exit. But that's the first time I traded that one, so we'll see. The SPY, again, a kind of a choppy day. It started off, there was some panic, but then hasn't really followed through. For the treasury traders here, 2 sideways quiet channel Z3 pinch breakouts. The second one really paid off. Flight to quality, if you will. Good trade there. Missed, actually, we traded this in DIA in the contract, so we would have gotten that move there in TNA. You saw that already. So that's just a duplication, just a different instrument. Travelers, I just want to highlight the excursion from the VWAP and the return to the VWAP twice. Natural gas and the general collapse of the energy markets. Ugh, missed. United Health, long, the nice exit and cash in here. Missed the Z3 breakout. So there's a Z3 pinch, and this would be an orderly Should be an orderly trade. Missed the energy sector collapse in oil. Missed the downward move in UTX. Um, in the melting up of volatility today, so this was a very good trade. Um, as the indexes started to collapse, got a quick first position into VXX. We had a second mechanical position here. We tried for the third one as it was really starting to melt up, and then we got the shift into fall and beautiful cash. This long move here was manifested in the indexes. Didn't get this one, but that was a really good trade on tight stop. Um, just to illustrate Verizon, that long, sleepy, sideways, quiet channel, and missed the breakout. Saw it in the moment, and my decision point was right here at yesterday's close. We saw that spike, the hesitation. I toyed with the idea of entering, but span of control, and then missed the second leg, which was identical to the first leg, and then missed the decay back to the VWAP trade. Walmart was a grinder, wasn't playing it. Where I should be better is this collapsing dragon into an owl and a return to the VWAP, and then the subsequent waves probably would end up scratching around in there. But that should be caught, and then certainly this should be caught. This is Wheaton Precious Metals. Let me scroll out a little bit. Sorry. So we got the hybrid frog initial, missed the second one. So this was a summer, fall, and then back into the summer. I even marked it up and then didn't take the second position. Finally got this one, but that was about an R give back. It's a 50-cent move on a 10-cent initial risk that I just missed. Finally got this one. I was satisfied with this one. It was 15 bars and no new highs, and it was falling to the zero line, and that my exit was what was needed to give it the energy to go higher. I finally re-entered here and cashed up in here. So pretty good day in the precious metals. That was a composite essentially of the gold and silver moves that we were seeing all day. Just Wheaton has more volatility, more volume, and tighter spread. This was Win, hybrid frog short and covered, re-entry short and covered. Didn't play the subsequent moves, but was pretty happy with. Whoops, was pretty happy with this one. That one's that's a high priority, no brainer. That's getting paid pretty well on very tight execution risks. Nice play on U.S. Steel. This was 2 scoops short and covered, stop and reverse scratch, missed the breakout. XLB, there were some nice moves in here. This was part of that U.S. Steel sell-off and then recovery, and then I just missed this long denouement, and then the Z3 collapse in here. That should be tradable. That's a 1% move. Energy, missed the rebound. Missed finance. Just to show, while the rest of the market was kind of choppy today, energy and finance quite often make these sharp moves. One leg down, 2 legs down out of the collapsing dragon, owl entry, pocket re-entry, or doubling up, crossing the VWAP extension into a Z3 pinch, and then a Z3 pinch breakdown excursion. So that's why finance as a sector is a high priority. Not much there. Technology had spent a lot of time chopping, and then one collapse through the VWAP. Not much there. Not much there. Probably a hybrid frog miss. Metals and mining, I like that one. I stuck with that short a little longer than I should, and finally said after a higher low, and then I just completely missed the owl. Actually, this should be like a pocket reentry. I just felt bad about not taking this when I should have. When I finally got a better, the sense of relief overwhelmed me. I was not in the zero state and missed that. I should have had that. The trade did occur to me. I just didn't have the will. ExxonMobil, missed the owl, missed the owls in XOP, and the general meltdown of the sector. So probably 20% efficient on getting the ones I have that I should have had. So I'm just full of regret, and I will console myself with over 20 R capture on execution risk, which is a 7 R day. So you learn to live with it. I'm going to take a short break and then do the swing. So, I mean, I get lots of regrets about the ones I missed, but I'm getting better. Next one will be the review of the daily postures so we can think about the swing trade management for the afternoon.